Hi friends, I'm Phoebe. Welcome to my music discovery journey. Today we are finally checking out Pink Floyd's The Wall. This was released in 1979. Dark Side was released a few years earlier in 73. This is their 11th studio album, and I just kind of wanted to explore it without doing any research first. I think we'll leave the research until after, just so I can get a feel of what it was like back in the 70s and just opening a CD or opening a cassette and putting it in and just listening to it and seeing what came out. I think I miss those days where you didn't really know what was coming. And I know people have tried to explain it in the comments, or understand it's a concept album, but I don't think I want to know anything else. So we're going to listen. The first track is called In the Flesh. So let's listen to that. Hang on, I think it cut off the start. We came in. Is it? Oh, it's quiet. So I suspect it's gonna get louder over time. Good stuff, brilliant. Brilliant jump scare. Fuck. Feels heavier than Dark Side already. Maybe this is just one song. Nice. Really like the guitars. Really like the drums. I love the backing.
We love confusion, that space could get low. Tell me, is something eluding you, sunshine? Is this not what you expected to see? If you
Feels
wanna
ethereal.
find out what's behind these cold eyes, you'll just have to claw your way through this disguise.
Ooh. Okay. It's like we're starting the show. Roll the sound effects. Take off. Turn alarm. Danger alarm. What the fuck? And into the next. The Thin Ice. I'm gonna stop. I think for each one we'll stop after it finishes, but maybe see how it flows into the next. I love that it flows into the next like that with the baby crying and then talking about the baby. But okay. I mean, I knew it would be weird because it's Pink Floyd and they create some really cool, marvelous pieces of work, but marvelous pieces of work. It's there's like part of the sentence, we came in where, or we were entering, and this is called "In the Flesh?" ? So I didn't realize that at first. It's not just in the flesh; it's in the flesh. Question. So you thought you might like to go to the show to feel the warm thrill of confusion. You certainly get that while listening to Pink Floyd stuff, don't you? Like, it's really cool that it makes you think and wonder what they're getting at with what they're presenting you with. And I think the warm thrill of a show where you're confused but you want to know the mystery, that's nicely articulated in the lyrics. That space cadet glow. And it also feels a bit spacey with the sounds. It feels like dreamlike or ethereal, but like futuristic. Even in the 70s, they made this, and it just sounds really quite cool. Tell me, is something eluding you, sunshine? Is this not what you expected to see? Perhaps is the show life? Welcome to the show, or you might want to go to the show. The show's just beginning, life again, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. And the reality of it isn't how we would expect or hope for. Perhaps are you disappointed? What's bothering you? Eluding you? To elude means to skillfully or cunningly escape, avoid, or dodge someone or something. Okay, what's stopping you? What's preventing you from enjoying it? If you want to find out what's behind these cold eyes, you'll just have to claw your way through this disguise. Is this talking about someone pretending they're someone they're not? They've put a mask on. Also, apologies, I've got dark nails because I dyed my hair dark last night. If anyone's wondering what the hell's happened, hair dye. And sharp nails coming through gloves. Anyway, I feel like claw your way through this disguise is saying you have to peel off the layers. You have to get deeper. You have to see what's underneath. Is that the person that's talking from their perspective? If you want to find out what's behind these cold eyes, as in my cold eyes, you will have to claw your way through this disguise, my disguise, I think. And then it's lights, roll the sound effects, action. So it's like we are beginning filming a show, a film, a movie. So I'm guessing this is like the beginning of a story. If it's a concept album, then it makes sense that, welcome to the show. It's a story of mystery, or it's dark, or this feels. There's a reason for someone to have cold eyes. That senses, or I sense that there's a darkness to it. And then drop it on them, drop it on them. Is it a bomb? Drop the bomb on them? The truth bomb, or open their eyes? I think at first I thought it was applause, but I think it turned into an aeroplane. And it does say in the lyrics, so I'm not just saying this out of nowhere. It honestly, it does say airplane descending, so I didn't just get that out of nothing. But it does make sense that it's a plane. But then I thought I heard almost like a war, like an evacuation noise, like a warning. I forget, the word escapes me. It's a very basic word, but I can't remember what that term is. And then it goes to a baby cry. So it doesn't give me good feeling. But perhaps it's like, let's see where this story goes. And then into the baby crying. Oh, but before that, we'll go from the end. Also the jump scare. Well done. I like it just for that. Or is that just the engine? And then we have the baby crying.
Mama loves her baby. And Daddy loves you too.
A lot calmer.
And the sea may look warm to you, babe. The sky may look blue.
Things aren't what they appear, perhaps. Nice piano. Dream. Lullaby.
If you should go skating on the thin ice of modern life,
Oh,
dragging behind you the silent reproach of a million tear-stained eyes, don't be surprised when a crack in the ice appears under your feet. You slip out of your depth and out of your mind, with your fear flowing out behind you as you climb the ice.
so this is called the Thin Ice. Oh, that's nice. And that's that one. That was quick. Oh, it feels like this has gone into the next song. Love the guitars. Was waiting for a guitar solo. Oh, this feels darker.
Across the ocean, leaving just a memory.
This feels like leave those kids alone.
A snapshot in the family album.
Teacher.
Daddy, what else did you leave for me? Daddy, what you leave behind for me?
Oh. Yeah, it's good.
All was just a break in the wall.
Is this where this comes from? We don't need their education.
All in all, it was all just breaks in the wall.
Ah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna go back a song. Sorry, this is a bit all over the place. I've got ADHD and I just want to reflect on what we're hearing so far. The Thin Ice. We're talking about someone's earlier years. So I guess this is like a through time, a story through time. There's a child. A child has been born. After we're saying we're about to start the show, now it's and kind of you won't believe what life's really like, or are you ready to start the show and we'll show you what's out there, and it might be a bit scary. There's a baby crying. Mama loves her baby. Daddy loves you too. The sea may look warm for you, babe, and the sky may look blue. Warm to you, the sea, and it's not the sea. I mean, we know. Most of us know that if you jump into the sea, you'll probably be freezing cold, even in warmer months. If you go even just down in the depths, even in hotter countries, down in the depths, it's a bit colder. And perhaps it's saying not everything is cracked up, what it's cracked up to be. Not everything is as it appears. Perhaps if you should go skating on the thin ice of modern life, what a great way to articulate that. Dragging behind you the silent reproach of a million tear-stained eyes. That's dark. Don't be surprised when a crack in the ice appears under your feet. Through emotions, through struggle, through the burdens, the weight of burdens that you collect over time, I guess. God, that's even this is so poetic, it's so well articulated. You slip out of your depth and out of your mind with your fear flowing out behind you as you claw the thin ice. Like a trail of fear. You slip out of your depth. When people say I'm out of my depth, I'm overwhelmed, I'm drowning, this is what that feels like to me. Falling from the weight of the world. Gosh. And you're trying to claw out of it, but clawing the thin ice is also, it's not a very good foundation to get out of, is it? If you've fallen through the cracks, it's just really, really dangerous and scary, and articulates that so well. So then they talk about Daddy flying across the ocean. I'll go back, leaving just a memory, snapshot in the family album. Daddy, what else did you leave for me? Daddy, what did you leave behind for me? So is this the child's dad that's kind of left home for work, for whatever reason his dad's not around? So there's no father figure there. Is that a hint for later on? Because it says, all in all, it was just a brick in the wall.
A snapshot in the family album.
I didn't realise that it was Pink Floyd that did the...
Daddy, what else did you leave for me?
This is part 1, so I'm guessing it's just part 2.
Daddy, what you leave behind for me?
Okay. It's really cool discovering this, even though I've heard...
All was just a brick in the wall.
Even though I've heard similar. I didn't know where it came from.
It was all just bricks in the wall.
Just a brick in the wall. Bricks in the wall. Built like a metaphorical wall? Building a wall up? Oh, that's nice. People aren't wrong when they say Pink Floyd are like one of the best bands in the world, if not the best. You can't get this now. This feeling, I feel what so many probably felt back then. Just gutted I wasn't around in the 70s. But at least I get to listen to it now. Ooh. Children playing. Is the second? No, the second isn't. So that was just another brick in the wall part 1, or another brick in the wall part 1. I feel like it's building a metaphorical wall, either the dad building a wall or the child building a wall. We're a product of our experiences. Love this guitar. It's kind of mysterious. Definitely got a different feel to Dark Side at the moment. Obviously it's a different album, so it would you would hope so. All right, the happiest days of our lives is starting now. It's just nice that it's got a different sound, but it's still really cool. Feels like them. Please, no more jump scares. We're still getting over that. Helicopter this time. Scottish person. Stand still, laddie. The guitar reminds me of Eye of the Tiger a little bit. Oh, this is where it comes from. Also, Eye of the Tiger was after. I realise.
Exposing every weakness, however carefully hidden by the kid.
Okay. This is it. Another Brick in the Wall Part 2.
We don't need no thought control.
I've never actually listened to most of the lyrics for this, so know some of them.
Dark sarcasm in the classroom.
Oh, it's got such a good beat.
Teacher, leave them kids alone.
This has got one of the best sounds. I don't know why I never realised that's what they said. You're just another brick in the wall. So is this still indirectly the story of the kid? Totally. Brainwashing, maybe. Even the bass. Oh. Ah, that bit. Maybe I knew that subconsciously. What a cool way to rediscover this. I had no idea it was the wall that this came from. Ah. Beautiful. I'm so happy I'm listening to this today. great way to spend a Sunday before I leave for a really nice holiday. Haven't had a break in a while.
If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? You don't eat your meat. Yes. Can't you behind the great shed? Can you have any pudding? Stand still, laddie.
So the Scottish person is a teacher. And then we go into the next one, I think. I'm gonna stop here for a second, just recap what we're looking at. So the happiest days of our lives. I guess this is kind of a almost poking fun or a bit of a satirical remark, or like just a sarcastic remark. The happiest days of our lives are supposed to be when we're at school, when we're younger, and they're being made miserable by a teacher at school. We have to learn, we have to do certain things. It's very uniform, it's consistent throughout, and if you don't pull yourself together, you get told off. I think for a bunch of creatives that wrote this, particularly Roger Waters and Gilmore, I don't know, they were creatives. They probably knew the struggle of what it's like to be a creative and growing up in a world where you have to learn all these different subjects, and if you don't keep up or if you don't do what you're supposed to, it's like you're essentially what could be a dropout, or a failure to the system. And I know I did well at school, but only because we were expected to, and because we were forced to do that. And of course a lot of things that we learn in school are so useful, so I'm not saying it's not, but I think to have it like across the board a certain way, or you're a failure, I think there's frustrations from people that their brains don't work in that same way. I know, particularly as a neurodivergent person, I felt I was always so overwhelmed with stuff to do and couldn't keep up, but did my best and succeeded, but it was so hard. It says, it starts off the happiest day of our lives with, yes, you, stand still, laddie, like we're being told off. And after hearing another brick in the wall after Dad left, flown across the ocean, leaving just a memory, like he's nowhere near us for whatever reason. And then there's this teacher saying, like, we're in school now. And it's so weird because it's not directly talking about the person. Is the person called Pink? I think someone said that before, but we'll figure it out later. It's not directly from their perspective. It's almost like we're just watching it unfold as if it were a movie. So this teacher's saying, yes, you laddie, or perhaps it's talking as if we are feeling like we are part of the child. That's what I'm feeling at the moment, like we are experiencing this from the child's perspective. When we grew up and went to school, there were certain teachers who would hurt the children in any way they could. Oof. And I know back in the day, there was a lot more violent beatings of children, and now that's not allowed at all. But back then it was thing, getting the cane. We didn't have that at school, but we would hear stories of that, and even some of our teachers joked, if it were back in the cane days, you would have just got a beating, as if it were funny. That's so bad. It's so bad knowing that that's what happened. And then by pouring their derision upon anything we did, exposing every weakness. I'm sorry, I've never heard that word before. Derision. I think it's derision. The act of mocking, insulting, or ridiculing someone to show that you think they're foolish, worthless, or do not deserve respect. Oh, so it's kind of like what I was just explaining. Our teachers, it was like this, you idiot, and I'll make sure the whole class knows it. That kind of attitude to show you up in front of everyone. It's not a really nice way to teach people. I felt like I learned a lot more from the teachers that were calmer and understanding, still firm because you can't be a pushover, but not the people that would make you absolutely scared and dread to go in and worry about when they pick on you and you might not know the answer and you're a nervous wreck. You can't learn in that kind of environment. So that's so good to remind me of that. It's a long time ago that I went to school. Exposing every weakness, which again, yeah, of course it's just another brick in the wall. It's another reason to put barriers up or to protect ourselves, which is why people put barriers up in the first place. And I guess it's showing us gradually, we're still at the start. I think we've got a few more to go, but this is already track 5 and 6. We're seeing reasons why this person might need to protect themselves. Exposing every weakness, however carefully hidden by the kid. But in the town, it was well known when they got home at night, their fat and psychopathic wives would thrash them within inches of their lives. So is this the teachers? They would take it out on the kids at school. And then their wives, it says they are punishing them. They are abusive to them. And so their behavior is reflected back at the kid. The wives' behavior is reflected back off the kids, which is no way to be, by the way. If you're abused, you shouldn't lash out on other people and take it out on other people either. You shouldn't take the abuse either. And obviously it's so complicated that you can't just say don't take it, because abuse is very complex. But you should certainly not take it out on others. And I guess we are a product of our experiences. There are reasons why people do the things they do. A lot of murderers, when I look at documentaries, they've had a bad upbringing, or they were scorned by someone, parents, lovers, a specific gender. And so their view of those people might be distorted, and it can lead to them doing very dangerous things. Maybe not murder, but some cases of that. But what I'm saying is that there are reasons why people think the way they do about people, and without proper guidance, then that can just spiral so much. So then we get to another brick in the wall. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. So it's saying we don't need schooling. We don't need thought control, brainwashing, I think. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. It's unnecessary. Teacher, leave them kids alone. So it's saying that the teacher doesn't have to do this. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. Reiterating it. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall for them. All in all, you are just another brick in the wall. So you were part of this. You were contributing to this. That's, yeah, contributing to the whole trauma growing up, which is not needed. In a healthy environment, it creates trust. And when you trust someone, those walls come down. But when you lose trust in people, they go up. And we're seeing that. That is exactly why. We've lost trust in Dad, because Dad's not here. We've lost trust in the teachers because they're abusive. Really, really so good. And I love that this is a song that I've heard so much growing up, and I had no idea, one, that it was Pink Floyd, and two, that it was from this very album, The Wall. My mum knows it so well. She's always singing it, and I don't know why I didn't pick up on that. It says it's Islington Green school students, so that was who featured on the track, I understand, because you hear from their perspective. So the adults say we don't need education, we don't need the thought control, and say, hey teacher, leave them kids alone. Then the kids say we don't need no education, we don't need no thought control, no dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teachers, leave us kids alone, or leave them kids alone, but hey teacher, leave us kids alone. all in all, you're just another brick in the wall. You can hear their English accents coming through as well. That was fun to see. It made me think that I was watching this program, Grange Hill, I think it was called, years ago. Sure, that was what it was called. Lots of drama in a school. And then as the outro happens, so there's a really good guitar solo there, and then wrong, do it again, wrong, do it again. And that repeats over, and then we have I love how they layer that in towards the end, as it's like fading out or ending. We've got this almost overwhelming of like attacks on the kids, or these statements that teachers making to make them feel bad or tell them off. And if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. You got to earn that as a reward, I guess. And I guess like you shouldn't eat your dessert first, but it's like if you don't eat all of your meat, if you can't do this, then you're not allowed the reward. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? And that repeats. And then yes you, behind the bike sheds, stand still, laddie. And that repeats as well. So that's really, really cool. And then let's go to Mother next. I want to just hear a bit of the end, because I just love how it flows in as well. So we've heard about Dad. So now Mother, this is now giving us a bit more of a picture of our family life.
If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding
This-
if you don't eat your meat?
Absolutely shrieking.
Yes! Can't you behind the great shed?
That's Roger Waters.
Still, laddie!
That's still. So we're phoning. Are we phoning Mum? Or is Mum phoning us? Let's change these lyrics. Okay.
Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb?
Oh.
Mother, do you think they'll like the song? Mother, do you think they'll try to break my balls? Mother should have built the wall. Mother, should I run for president? Mother, should I trust the government?
I like how it changed there a little bit. There's a calmness to it, but there was a weird unsettling part there.
Will they put me in the firing line?
Is it just a waste of time? Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry.
This is Mother. This is what Mother says.
Mama's gonna make all of your nightmares come true. Mama's gonna put all of her fears into you. Mama's gonna keep you right here under her wing. She won't let you fly, but she might let you sing. Mama's gonna keep baby cozy and warm.
Oh.
Ooh, babe,
overprotective, right? Or she wants to keep him safe, but in an unhealthy way, for sure. That's so nice. That guitar.
Mother, do you think she's good enough? For me? Mother, do you think she's dangerous? To me?
I really like the sound of this tune.
Mother, would she tear your little boy apart? Mother, will she break my heart?
Almost like Mother Knows Best. He's asking for reassurance, guidance, advice.
Baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna check out all your girlfriends for you. Mama won't let anyone dirty get through. Mama's gonna wait up until you get in. Mama will always find out where you've been. Mama's gonna keep baby healthy and clean. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. You'll always be baby to me.
Clearly. Oh man. I think she means well,
Mother,
but
did it need to be so high?
that's the end of that. It actually ends with a clean break there, so I'm going to pause it there and we'll go through that. You can see how the mum is very protective, but that comes at a cost because she's not allowing him to live his life. It becomes controlling, possessive. Let's read what it says. So he's asking, Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb? Mother, do you think they'll like this song? Do you think they'll drop the bomb? Asking her about war, maybe. Do you think they'll do it? Asking a question, a valid question, growing up, being a bit scared. Or do you think this will happen, Mum? And Mum will either protect us or say, no, darling, no, that's not going to happen, or instill some fear into us. Maybe she's scared as well. It's not their fault to or it's not, they can respond with yes or no. Either way, I don't think is a wrong answer, but I think as a parent you have to be careful about how you go about things. I think one is not to be so unrealistic that when you get out into the big bad world you're just absolutely not prepared for it, but two, to not be so traumatic with it that it's like not appropriate for kids. Or perhaps there's a time and a place. There's no guide that parents get for being parents and teaching kids things, but I know now there are probably a lot of references that you can look up and learn from. But a lot of it is just hands-on experience, isn't it? You don't really get time, from what I understand, not being one, but as a parent, you just kind of muddle along. So parents are flawed, but that doesn't mean that they're not trying or that they're bad people. But there are some that aren't so great at things or not appropriate. And I think this is just starts out with a genuinely valid question. Do you think they'll drop the bomb? Then do you think they'll like this song? Looking to Mum for reassurance. She knows. She can teach me, guide me if she likes it. I want to impress her. I want to make her proud. Do you think they'll try break my balls? Whatever song, whatever that's about. It could be about music. could be like, do you think they'll rip me apart? It could be in any other situation, going into a new situation. And then, mother, should I build the wall? So he's, I guess here it actually says, during Pink's childhood, so it is Pink, his mother is overprotective to the point he becomes paranoid. This is the first contribution to his metaphorical wall of separation from other people. Ah, okay. So yeah, so from other instances, he's asking mum because he's got really no one else to ask, and mum's keeping him safe. So yeah, I guess these other things he's feeling a bit scared of, or needing reassurance for, is because he's not confident in himself or in things that he's worried. And then the last part, should I build the wall? It's a dangerous question, isn't it? You shouldn't build a wall. You shouldn't put a wall up, but you should, I think, trust no one or nothing at first, and you have to build trust. But anyway, mother, should I run for president? Mother, should I trust the government? Mother, will they put me in the firing line? Is it just a waste of time? Again, all these questions. Should I run for president? Should I do this thing that's like quite big, quite powerful, making a change? Should I trust the government? Because I already have trust issues, and rightly so, to not trust the government, I swear. Will they put me in the firing line? It's like firing squad. And here it says metaphorical death sentence. I guess if he's a failure, I don't know. And then, hush now, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna make all your nightmares come true. Instead of, and this is, you know, the lullaby, hush little baby, don't you cry, mother's gonna buy something. I don't remember what rhymes with that. But there's a mockingbird, there's diamond ring, and this is, I feel like this is taken from that, but it's not a good thing. It's not a, I'm gonna sing you to sleep and I'm gonna cradle you and rock you and make you feel safe. This is, I'm going to make all your nightmares come true. So we know that it's not, I'm going to make your dreams come true, I'm going to make your nightmares come true. So that's very sinister, even though it's said with the sound of feeling like there's care there. But what she doesn't realize is that her overprotection is actually harmful. Mama's going to put all her fears into you, passing them down. Mama's going to keep you right here under her wing, controlling, keeping us, and like, she's keeping her son safe. And loads of people that do this do mean well, but they don't realize the dangers that that's doing. You know, that my baby, I want to protect them. I can absolutely imagine a mother's or father's love for their child, particularly a mother, because they have birthed that child, and there's a bond that is apparently unexplainable. That is just, I can imagine there's this ultimate want to keep them safe no matter what, even if it means this situation, which is really not cool, not good, not healthy. Mama's going to keep you right here under her wing. She won't let you fly, but she might let you sing. Again, she's not going to let you be free. She's not going to give you confidence to go out. She's actually going to keep tabs on you and keep an eye on who you're dating and vet all your girlfriends and tell you she doesn't like them, even if maybe some of them are nice. Maybe they're not. But there's this thing of like, you know, as children and as young adults, you do have to allow them to learn as they go and make mistakes as they go. Obviously, hopefully not huge ones where it can cost a life, but stuff that's you know, innocent, going out, hanging out with friends. What's the worst that can happen? Hopefully nothing, but there's that extremist mindset that and catastrophizing that I'm sure lots of parents do, but there's a point where you have to let them make their own mistakes, right? And she might let you sing, like she might let you do some things, but within her control. And I guess letting you sing, it shows that it's something for him to work to make her feel proud, to please her. And then it just kind of feels a bit gross. Mama's going to keep baby cozy and warm. Safe from all the outside world. Of course, Mama's going to help build the wall. She's building this wall around him herself. So she's putting her fears in him. She's creating this thought in him that she's keeping him safe so that he stays or he doesn't venture too far. And then, Mother, do you think she's good enough for me? Do you think she's dangerous to me? Will she tear your little boy apart? Will she break my heart? I think he's asking these questions because she's probably said them already and she's put those things in his mind. So now he's paranoid again and wondering what's going on, essentially. Then, hush now, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna check out all your girlfriends for you. Mama won't let anyone dirty get through. They have to be her standard of whatever she considers as clean. Gonna wait up till you get in. It almost feels stalkerish, doesn't it? Oh, I'll let you go out, but I'll be wondering where you are all night. And, you know, if you come back at 2 a.m, I can just imagine her sitting there in a dark room and he turns the light on and she's like, hello, where have you been? Or I know where you've been. Had a good time, did you? Like, it's just creepy. Oh, Mama will always find out where you've been. Again, creepy, stalker behaviour. She probably follows him at night to see where he's gone, or phones around his friends' houses or something, I don't know, on the landline back in the day. Mama's going to keep baby healthy and clean. This is a bit weird. He can do that for himself, you know. Keep him clean. Suggests that she's almost like she's washing him. He's like this young adult now, I think. He's gone past school, or maybe he's still at school, we're not sure. It's a time between school and adolescence, maybe, or school, at least school and adulthood. So he's not a baby as such, but she's treating him like a baby. She's molly coddling him, and it's very obvious. And then, you'll always be baby to me. She's this little baby. And I understand that parents are like, oh, it's my baby, that's still my baby, you know, I care for them. Because you gave birth to someone. There's a point where it's a bit too weird and a bit unhealthy. And it's okay for someone to say that they'll always be my baby, okay. But like, don't treat him as such, you know? And here she's treating him like he's a baby. He can't do things on his own. She needs to oversee it all so that he doesn't get hurt. And then, Mother, did it need to be so high? The wall. Of course, the wall. So she's helped build this wall that is incredibly high. I love where this is going. It's, at least from what I can see, it makes so much sense. I was worried that there would be a lot of mystery to it, and there is some, I think, maybe, and we've still got to go further in, but I like that this is kind of easy to understand. Okay, let's see what happens next. Goodbye, blue sky. We hear some nature sounds in the distance. Please, no jump scares.
Look, Mummy, there's an airplane up in the sky.
Maybe he is still a child. Maybe he's watching. Feels daunting, feels a bit sinister. Oh, this is nice. This feels safe. Love the guitar detail.
Did you see the frightened ones?
Oh.
Did you hear the falling bombs?
Oh.
Did you ever wonder why we had to run for shelter when the promise of a brave new world unfurled beneath the clear blue sky?
Oh. War. See, this sounds nice. Is it the protection from the bad? Or just the moments of peace, but then...
Did you see the frightened ones? Did you hear the falling bombs? The flames are all long gone, but the pain lingers on. Goodbye, blue sky. Goodbye, blue sky.
I feel like I've heard that. I feel like I've heard that part before.
Goodbye.
Ooh. It's got a tiny bit of country feel to it or something. Oh, okay, we're on the next one. Sounds like we're at an airport? I'm not sure. We'll go back a bit before we go into the next one. But for now, goodbye blue sky. So, look, Mummy, there's an airplane in the sky. It says here this is a memory. That would make sense as well. I was thinking it might be a memory. Looking back at his childhood, another reason for why he is the way he is, maybe. So there's this ooh. The oohs make it feel so calm and peaceful, but then it's almost like a, did you see the frightened ones? Did you hear the falling bombs? Did you ever wonder why we had to run for shelter when the promise of a brave new world unfurled beneath the clear blue sky? Promise of a brave new world, is that what they said to explain or excuse the war? Did they say that? Is that what the political leaders would have said, maybe? But there were frightened ones, there were bombs dropping. This is clearly in a time of war. And saying, did you ever wonder why we had to run for shelter when the promise of a brave new world unfurled beneath this clear blue sky? The promise of a brave new world could also be in reference to a dystopian novel, Brave New World, by Aldous Huxley. When asked if he was born a cynic, Roger Waters admits that he grew up on Huxley and George Orwell. Oh, nice. And H.G. Wells. All really cool people to be inspired by in their work. The government of Brave New World retains control by making its citizens so happy and superficially fulfilled that they don't care about their personal freedom. We know all about that, don't we? In Brave New World, well, I don't know about now, because there's a lot of turning people against each other. But in Brave New World, the consequences of state control are a loss of dignity, morals, values, and emotions. In short, a loss of humanity. That's cool. So it could be a reference to that. There's not much more other than, did you see the frightened ones? Did you hear the falling bombs? The flames are all long gone, but the pain lingers on. The trauma of the past still haunts him. A lot of people have PTSD from war and the sounds, the bombs. people might get extreme anxiety hearing a loud bang. And it might be nothing, but the people have panic attacks over it. Soldiers have PTSD very commonly. They don't get a lot of help if they make it back alive. You know, the weirdest thing, going to risk their life for whatever cause it is, and then they come back home and they're just not really treated as someone who deserves therapy, or there's not a lot of funding that goes into it. There's a lot of people that create fundraising for this very reason, and it sucks because that should already be sufficiently funded by the people that send them out there. The fact that not everyone will come home alive doesn't mean it shouldn't be funded for everyone, and it's severely underfunded by the people that are supposed to look after them. Imagine being treated as a pawn by your government and then not even getting the aftercare that you deserve. Wild. Goodbye Blue Sky. We heard at the beginning about the sky being blue and the sea being warm, and saying it's not all it's cracked up to be, and that feels like a reference to that. Goodbye Blue Sky. The sky is no longer, it's not all sunshine and rainbows anymore, and the blue sky is probably clouded, dark, full of planes dropping bombs. Who knows? Gosh, I don't want this album to end. We're going on a bit. Here is Empty Spaces. Coming up. Uh-oh. Sounds like we're at an airport or something. Very sinister. Feels like we're kind of lost, trying to find our way. There have been some perspectives from Pink. Very sinister. I just got chills from that. It's like a code.
What shall we use to fill
Okay.
empty spaces where we used to talk? How shall I fill the final places? How should I complete the wall? I'm just a newborn.
So we've gone from Empty Spaces to Young Lust. We're going to do these together. Feels right.
Who's gonna show this stranger around?
So he's moved town.
What do you daddy want? What do need a dirty gal.
Yeah.
Some woman in the steady land.
Mum's not here.
Make me feel like a real man. Take me some rock and roll refugee. Ooh, baby, set me free.
I really like the sound to this. Fits the rock and roll lifestyle. It's like he's entering a rock and roll lifestyle. He's a new boy.
I need a dirty woman.
Is he a new boy in the music world? A metaphorical town?
I need a dirty gal.
What an interesting guitar solo.
I need a dirty woman.
It's very catchy.
I need a dirty gal.
Okay. Another phone call. Is he asking Mum for approval?
A call from Mrs. Floyd. From Mr. Floyd, will you accept the charge from the United States? How are you feeling up? Is this your residence? I wonder why you hung up. Is there supposed to be someone else there besides your wife there to answer? Hello? This is United States calling. Are we reaching? He keeps hanging up. And it's a man answering.
Oh my God, what a fabulous room!
Oh my god, I'm not even going to turn the page for the next lyrics. Young Lust, that was. So we went from empty spaces, right? We finished Goodbye Blue Sky with Goodbye Blue Sky. Empty spaces. So looking at the lyrics, there were lyrics that were backwards. That was what the weird code sounded like, or the jumble of messages, or what it sounded like when we were at an airport. I thought it felt like we were in an airport. Perhaps he is because he was talking about being in a new place. So he's flying across the ocean, maybe doing what his dad did. Maybe. I mean, he's flying away somewhere. He's got a wife. What does this say? Hello, Luke. No. Hello, Luca. Congratulations, you have just... I'm trying to read it backwards, but it actually says it here. Oh, hello, Hunter. Congratulations, you've just discovered the secret message. Please send your answer to Old Pink, care of the Funny Farm, Shorefront. Roger, Caroline's on the phone. Okay. Points to the original poster for typing backwards. Oh, because so this is a comment on Genius Lyrics, and they've said at the end of their annotation where they've switched it around, they've said points to the original poster for typing backwards, because in the lyrics it is all backwards, but it says hello Luca backwards. In here where they've deciphered it, it says hello Hunter. They've said for anyone confused, play the beginning backwards. I can't do that on here, which is a bit of a pain, but I probably would have, if I were were able to, if I were on my own, I'd probably look it up and see if I could find something like that to play and listen to. But I also realized that that would take time, so I won't waste your time or waste any more time, because I want to get through this and like really listen to it. I can't believe we're nearly like we're more than midway through, I think, but it's hard to tell with this because some of the tracks are quick. So anyway, there's, oh wow, there's, looks like there's quite a few actually. I may not have clicked them all. Anyway, we go to, so then what shall we use to fill the empty spaces where we used to talk? How shall I fill the final places? How should I complete the wall? So there's this huge focus on the wall and how it's created and what has contributed to it over the years. Caroline must be his wife. Your wife's on the phone. Caroline's on the phone. This code. He says, okay. Now, that must not be good. But there's now empty spaces. Is that saying that they've grown apart? That there's no love there anymore? We used to talk, but we don't anymore. Perhaps this is why he's built, the majority of his wall is built up. And perhaps that is what has caused a lot of problems in their marriage. That he can't talk to her about these things that he's put metaphorical walls up against. Protect him. It's naturally, it's protection, but look at what it can cause, a breakdown in marriage communication. And that's not a happy marriage then, is it? How should I complete the wall? Because it's asking how do I fill it up more, even though it feels like it's pretty much there. His mum's already built it up high enough. Somehow he's got a wife, with his mum being overprotective. Then we get into young lust. I love how it flows into that. I am just a new boy, a stranger in this town. Where are all the good times? Who's going to show this stranger around? So he's entered a place, and I wasn't sure if it's a metaphorical place or an actual place, but it does feel like a little bit of a physical and metaphorical place. I've come into this town. I want someone to show me a good time, show me around, and have a good time with them. Oh, I need a dirty woman. Oh, I need a dirty girl. That's kind of backs up what he's saying. He's saying in that kind of way. I want to party. I want to live this rock and roll lifestyle, and have what he considers as fun: drink, have sex, do all these things to perhaps make him feel, because he's built up these walls with other people, that he can't feel close to them because there's something keeping them apart. It says here, Pink becomes a rock star and throws himself recklessly into the hedonism of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Yeah, it makes so much sense. This song is also a pastiche-style parody of arena rock that was very popular at the time. I don't know what pastiche-style parody is, but I guess making fun of. Will some woman in this desert land make me feel like a real man? He's saying, who wants to sleep with me to make me feel like a real man? That's how some men feel. Will make them feel like a real man. And this desert land, this barren land, it feels boring and empty to him, but he wants to feel something different to that. Take this rock and roll refugee. Yeah, he wants someone to take him. He's calling him himself a refugee, like he's lost, like he has no home, no place to call home. And then back to I need a dirty woman, I need a dirty girl. Then there's a really cool guitar solo. It doesn't feel happy. It kind of feels like he's obviously running from his problems and having a distraction that is not faithful to his wife, that is actually quite wrong and cheating. And perhaps that's why the guitar solo sounds like that, I think. It's just really, really nice. And then at the end, the phone rings. Hello? Yes, a collect call from Mrs. Floyd from Mr. Floyd. Will you accept? So it's a call for Mrs. Floyd from Mr. Floyd. So he's calling his wife. Will you accept this charge? It's from the United States. And then the phone clicks. And then he hung up. So, is there... What's going on here? Is this... Let me see. What else is it? Oh, he hung up. That's your residence? Well, I wonder why he hung up. Is there supposed to be someone else there besides your wife there to answer? Oh, so he's ringing his... So, Pink Floyd is ringing Mrs. Floyd. So I thought that she was trying to ring him and he was hanging up because he's caught and he's running from that and hiding from it. But actually, he's ringing his residence and Mrs. Floyd, he's expecting her to answer. But there's a man that's answering. Huh. And I'm asking, was there supposed to be someone there other than your wife? Is there supposed to be a man in the house? What's his wife up to? Are they both doing it? I guess so. And then they keep that it's a man that keeps answering. So that's, I guess it shows that the marriage is broken down, and perhaps because he's built up all these walls that he's pushed his wife away. But he's also not helping it by doing this. Anyway, it says here the phone call at the end of the track was put together and recorded by co-producer James Guthrie, who was staying at LA helping the band record Part of the Wall. Guthrie wanted an authentic and raw phone conversation between him, the operator, and the man whose Pink's wife was having an affair with. Who Pink's wife was having an affair with. So Chris Fitzmaurice, Guthrie's next door neighbour, who was back in London, took part in this, I guess. For the conversation to be authentic, Guthrie wanted to find a phone operator who was unaware of the fact their voice was being recorded as part of an album. Guthrie wanted to take the phone operator by surprise. The first operator he tried the routine with was a failure. Yeah, I can imagine, because you want it to be a certain way, but they don't know that. But then it's not going to be authentic if they do know that. So I'm glad that they did a couple of attempts to get it. It says the second one caught the bait. What we got out of it was a well thought out conversation between two Brits tricking an American woman into taking part in an affair, waiting to be discovered. Man, that's actually quite cool. I think I understand that then, in that case. Okay, and then it goes on to One of My Turns. This is so cool, listening to this story unfold. How does it end, I wonder? Doesn't sound good. Anyway, let's see. Such a good sound. Their guitars are phenomenal.
Yes, I got a call from Mrs. Floyd. From Mr. Floyd. Will you accept the charge from the United States? No, he's hung up. Is this your residence? I wonder why he hung up. Is there supposed to be someone else there besides your wife there to answer?
Because there was no woman at the end of the line.
Hello? This is United States calling. Are we reaching? See, he keeps hanging up. And it's a man answering.
I love that they can hear the collect call, that they're able to record the other person.
Fabulous room. Are all these your guitars?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to startle you.
This place is bigger than our apartment.
Let me know when you're in.
So is this his
Can I get
piece
some water?
on the side?
You want some? Huh?
Sounds like an excitable fan, a groupie.
Wanna take a bath?
I'll have to find out from Mrs. Banks.
watching?
If you'll just let me know as soon as you can,
Mrs. Bancroft. What movie is that? He's zoned out.
Feeling okay?
Day after day, love turns gray, like the skin of a dying man.
Oh,
And night after night, we pretend it's all right. But I have grown older, and you have grown colder, and nothing is very much fun anymore. And I can feel one of my toes coming home.
one of my turns coming on. Sorry, I thought it said toes coming off.
Feel cold as a razor blade, tight as a tourniquet, dry as a funeral drum.
Man,
Run to the bedroom and the suitcase on the left, you'll find my favorite ex. Don't look so frightened, this is just a passing phase, one of my bad days. Would you like to watch TV or get between the sheets or contemplate the silent freeway? Would you like something to eat? Would you like to learn to fly?
sounds like this
Would you like to see me try?
descended into madness. Mental breakdown.
Would you like to call the cops? Do you think it's time I stop? Why are you running
I could hazard a guess. The answer of that one. Oh, it's gone dark. It's gone dark. Before we start this, that feels like such a great articulation into someone that's having a breakdown, that is trying to use sex with another person to cope with the realization. You know, he was looking for a dirty girl. He was saying, I'm looking for a dirty girl. But perhaps, I don't know if he's had relations with anyone before that point. His marriage is feeling like it's not going anywhere. It's not feeling fun. He's away. He's like, who's going to show me a good time? Wink, wink. But I think the sudden realization that his wife is cheating on him, he's like, oh, fuck. And even if he's doing it, perhaps it suggests that we're a product of our experiences. Perhaps he was doing it, but the fact that someone was doing it to him, oh, that's not fair. But also probably just made him think, fuck, he's certain that this is happening. Can't be anyone else there. So that's so good in that there's a groupie that is talking about his guitars on the walls and like, you know, they've just got back. It's probably really late after a show, and he's invited her over for some, you know, and she's gone to get a drink, and he's suddenly spiraling. I think he's watching a show. He's watching a TV, whatever has Mrs. Bancroft on, or is he thinking about something and he's zoning out? Either way, she comes back and he's like, I need to cope. Would you like to do this? Would you like to do that? But you can hear in his voice, he's kind of spiraling, like he's not even sure if he wants to do it himself, but I think he wants to just do it to get over what's going on and to feel something else and not feel betrayed by someone who shouldn't betray him. But, you know, these walls that they've put up, they've pushed each other away, or he's pushed her away. So, of course, it's going to go wrong. Doesn't mean that it's okay to cheat on someone. I'm against that. I don't think it's ever okay. But that's my personal belief. So, yeah, he invites a groupie back to his hotel room. Oh my God, what a fabulous room. Are these all your guitars? This place is bigger than our apartment. I guess, yeah, it's just saying like, wow, this is incredible. Look at the lifestyle you live. And probably from their point of view, oh my God, he must live a fabulous life. He must be so happy with all this cool wealth or performing shows. Not that everyone in music makes a lot of money, but has the potential. But that's another subject for another day. And she's saying, oh, hey, can I get a drink of water? You want some? Look at this tub. Want to take a bath? What are you watching? So while she's asking all these questions and getting all, you know, excited, he's watching something, and it says, "Let me know when you're entering a room." Yes, sir. I was wondering about. Yes, I'll have to find out from Mrs. Bancroft what time she wants to meet us for her main. If you'll just let me know as soon as you can, Mrs. Bancroft. Mrs. Bancroft? I don't understand. Apparently it's taken from episodes of the American soap opera Another World. In the movie it's replaced by the Dam Busters. I must watch the movie. There's actually a movie for this? Is that right? Is that what the movie is based on? Does it have these songs in it? I didn't really understand that. I guess it's all part of the discovery, but that would be really, really cool. He's watching a soap opera drama unfolding. Perhaps it's mundane and it doesn't need to be anything else, but it's just showing that he's zoning out and does he really want this person here? Is he doing it to cope? Probably the latter. Day after day, love turns grey. It's talking about love as a dying thing, withering, people not being in love like they were once. That's really sad. Like the skin of the dying man withering away. And night after night we pretend it's all right, but I've grown older and you have grown colder, and nothing is very much fun anymore. It's awfully sad that some people fall out of love and that they pretend it's all right because they don't want to let go, because you've invested so much time into someone. And it's sad if that's not reciprocated, or even if both of them are feeling that, but they don't want to admit it, because there's so much that comes with that, right? Shame, telling people, having to explain what happened, feeling embarrassed from that, wondering what you'll do on your own. Kind of feels a bit scary, but it's not the end of the world. But there's so many reasons why people don't want to admit it. And so some people are there going through the motions, but what kind of life is that? I've grown older, you've grown colder. So there's no feeling from them, her. Saying time has passed, I've grown older. We both have grown older. I can feel one of my turns coming on. Is this a breakdown? Is this an episode? One of my turns, my turn in mood? Because that's what it feels like, where he's kind of erratically asking these questions. I feel cold as a razor blade. That's dangerous, dark, tight as a tourniquet. What is a tourniquet? I've heard this word a million times. I should know what it is. A tight band or device wrapped around an arm or leg to stop the blood flow. Oh, Yeah, okay. So it's, I wonder why. I guess it's his feelings. He feels tight. He feels like this is closing in around him. The pressure of it all. Dry as a funeral drum. What's a funeral? Is a funeral drum like an actual drum, like the death bell, or the death, not the death bell, but the death, like a drum sound? Is there a funeral drum? The mentioning of a funeral drum foreshadows his metaphorical death as he retreats completely behind his wall. Okay. Dry as a funeral drum. I didn't know that could be dry. I didn't understand what that means. It says the tourniquet and funeral drum carry with them the notions of being stretched almost to breaking point. I guess would a drum be stretched? Does it have to be not dry, wet, damp, moist? Is that the skin of a drum? Skin? Is that the right term? I don't even know. I guess what they're trying to say makes sense. I just would never have considered a drum dry, but that's probably because I don't know that kind of stuff. But I'm willing to learn. So if anyone can help with that a bit more, that would be great. Run to the bedroom. In the suitcase on the left, you'll find my favourite axe. It's like he's destructive. My favourite axe. Could it be? Is it a metaphorical axe? Is it something for intimate times? Is he saying get a condom out, get a something it's gonna kill the marriage? Again, it's like his metaphorical death, but yeah, I guess it's a whole load of things that is destructive here. It also says, so Pink sarcastically responds to the young woman's earlier questions. Oh, she says, are these all your guitars? Do you want a drink of water? Want to take a bath? Look at this tub. Okay. So my favourite axe, offers to show her his favourite axe, a slang word for guitar. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that makes way more sense. Okay. Don't look so frightened. This is just a passing phase, one of my bad days. So she's visibly frightened. He's saying, you'll find my favourite axe, perhaps because he said it in that way. He didn't say guitar, right? If he said guitar, maybe she wouldn't be frightened or sound frightened. But because he's used axe, she's like, oh God, what have I got myself into? That's what that feels like. This is just a passing phase, one of my bad days. He's clearly going through it and he's trying to cope. And she's now seeing the side where the facade has worn off and they're not like in this intense, lustful situation. He's slowly maybe sobering up or realizing, oh, fuck, what have I done? Had he done it, had they got home sooner, maybe this wouldn't have happened in this way. But now he's like thinking about it all and going, oh my God, she's here and I'm going through it, my wife and all these things, and maybe one day I'll finish a sentence. But this is all going through his mind. It's so cool how it's articulated. I could talk for ages, but I'm trying not to. Would you like to watch TV or get between the sheets? Again, saying, would you like to have sex or contemplate the silent freeway? Would you like something to eat? Would you like to learn to fly? Would you like to see me try? Is that like jumping out the window? Would you like to learn to fly? Oh gosh, yeah, it is. And it's these whole suggestions of things that they can do for him to cope. and for them to have an enjoyable time. But suddenly it starts to get more sinister, and the way he's singing it gets more sinister, and he's again descending into madness. Would you like to learn to fly? Is that saying, would you want to jump out the window? Would you like to see me try it? It's very destructive behavior, and that scared her off. Would you like to call the cops? Kind of going in all these things that they could do, but actually that's actually not a good thing. That's a really negative thing. But the way he's saying it sounds like it's in the same tone as, would you like to get between the sheets, contemplate the silent freeway? Would you like something to eat? Those things are kind of a bit less daunting and scary and more widely considered normal, whatever normal is, things. Jumping off the balcony or out the window or whatever it is deranged and is going to probably scare someone off that's just come back to your place for the first time. Do you think it's time I stopped? It's clear. I think he's now acknowledging his surroundings and what's going on. Perhaps he wasn't so self-aware that he was doing all of this, the crashing around and stuff. He was losing it. And for her to run away, he's like, oh, was it something I said? Kind of situation. So that was so well articulated. Wow, one of my turns. Now we've got Don't Leave Me Now. Oh gosh, is this to his wife or is this to them? Let's see. No clue, mate. No clue. Couldn't. Yeah, we all know. This sounds dark just from that first note on the piano. Holds for so long as well. Still going. Oh. This is dark. This is dark and maybe a bit sad. Like a worst nightmare coming true.
Don't leave me now.
It's his wife.
Don't say it's the end of the road.
Oh.
Remember the flowers I sent. I need you, babe, to put through the shredder in front of my friends.
Oh.
Don't leave me now.
God, this is... It's sad. Kind of pity him.
How could you go?
You feel pity. It's kind of like you did it to yourself, but
Now I need you.
doesn't excuse it. Maybe I was wrong in saying that. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Show up home on a Saturday night. Don't leave me now.
God, it's so eerie and creepy, isn't it? These noises, these distant noises make it feel so
Treat me this way.
like everything's a bit of a blur, like it's not real.
running away. Oh, babe, why are you running away?
Really like the simple drums here. They're not simple, but I just love that. It's heartbroken. Changing the stations on the TV.
This will be what you'd like to know.
I don't need no walls around me.
Oh, okay. Hang on. We will come back because. All right, let's talk about "Don't Leave Me Now." So his wife has left him. Clearly, he's saying, "Don't leave me now." There's this desperation. He's pleading. He's trying to remember the things that he did. Don't say it's the end of the road. Don't say it's the end. Remember the flowers I sent. Like it makes up for everything. He tried to show affection, show that he loved her by sending flowers. Sometimes people do it, and if there's no love behind it, it's I don't know, maybe it's a lost cause. Maybe it's not someone's particular love language, sending gifts. Maybe they needed more than that. It was too little too late, perhaps. I need you, babe, to put through the shredder in front of my friends. Oh, I thought he said to put me through the shredder in front of my friends. But is he saying he, over time, he would belittle her, berate her in front of his friends, like she was a joke? Is that what that's what it feels like? Making a mockery of someone that you supposedly love in front of your friends is not, it's not nice. And you don't need to do that. Shredding her and mashing her to a pulp can be said to parallel Pink's earlier accusations against the education system, not specifically spelled out in the album. The video for part 2 famously depicts a line of faceless students falling into a hamburger grinder, coming out the other end as a meaty pulp. Oh man, I'm gonna have to watch these music videos as well, aren't I? Watch the movie and the music videos. Might not be a direct parallel. The shredder and pulp evoke ideas of personal humiliation, acting as tools to produce a submissiveness similar to the faceless children. By this argument, Pink's fantasies about moulding his wife in much the same way that his teachers tried to mould him, coupled with his aforementioned adoption of his mother's obsessions, indicate that Pink is cyclically becoming the very things that he once detested. Yeah. We are a product of our experiences. I've said that, I think, 3 times now. Because we learn things from other people, we pick up things from other people, we learn bad traits from other people. I have in the past had awful things that I would say and do to either make someone feel bad for me or in a very like low, small scale. But I'm ashamed of that now, and I've taken accountability for it in the years since. It was when I was far younger, but those things I picked up from behaviors of other people, and they did no good. I realized that it was almost, it can be seen as manipulation, guilt tripping people, acting like you're the victim when you're not the victim. They were the victim, but you can't handle that you've upset someone. And I realized for me that was a product of rejection sensitivity disorder, where you act irrationally when someone tells you off for something or says, you know, you upset me. What we really should do is when someone says, you've upset me, is say, I'm so sorry. Is there something I can do to make it better? I shouldn't have done that. I accept that this is what I've done and I shouldn't have caused this. Some people say, I'm sorry you feel that way, and that kind of feels like they don't acknowledge that this person does feel that, or they don't understand why. And so some people take that as a negative and take offense to it. And I can understand why, but I can also understand that some people don't know how to word things. But there is importance to taking care on how you deal with stuff. Anyway, over the years, I've had to learn from my mistakes and how that isn't a nice way to be. And just because I'm upset that I've upset someone, I can apologize and make it better. And I have done that in the past, but I remember sometimes my initial reaction was to act like I was hard done by when I'd upset someone. And that's so unhealthy. But we can learn from those mistakes. But I guess here this has caused a huge thing to happen. Saying I need you to put through the shredder in front of my friends feels like he's using her, or he was using her to make fun of, and then kind of showing, well, this is exactly why she left, because you were maybe making jokes at her expense or doing things that other people did to you that pushed her away, that maybe pushed you away from those people. How could you go when you know how I needed you? This guilt tripping again. How could you do this to me? Or perhaps maybe it wasn't in her best interests. Maybe it didn't benefit her. And that's also important. Maybe, just maybe he caused this, or at least he contributed to this. Doesn't mean that she should cheat on him, but they should have talked about it, you know, and figured stuff out from there. And she could still leave him if it wasn't right, but I think that cheating is just unnecessary. If you don't have feelings for your partner anymore and you have feelings for someone else, or you're developing feelings for someone, you should end it with your partner. If you're worried about taking a risk with someone else and it not working out and you carry on because you want to see where it goes, that's just shitty, selfish and cowardly. But anyway, it does feel like there's a bit of manipulation here in how he's saying this. How could you do this to me when you knew that I needed you? I wouldn't want to be with someone who's making me feel bad about doing something for my own good. I needed you to beat to a pulp on a Saturday night. So again, it's saying like this unhealthy relationship. No wonder she's gone. And then just, why are you running away? Almost like he has no idea of what has happened here. Like it's new to him when we've seen everything kind of unfold. Okay, more. Oh, we are only halfway through. Not even. Oh my goodness, it's a long one. There's a lot more. I just didn't open all the lyrics to them. So then he smashes the TV up because he's got rage now. He's got anger management issues. He definitely needs therapy. Is this going to end really badly? Or is he going to seek therapy? in the wall, another brick in the wall, part 3. Bloody, how many? I like that that had more syllables, but they fit it in perfectly. You are all just contributing to this. Don't need no arms around me, no drugs to calm me. Seen the writing on the wall. Don't think I need anything at all. Don't need anything. He's hurt. He's dismissive of help. I don't need anything at all. Or maybe I don't know. Is he pushing everyone away now? More bricks in the wall that's made him build up these walls.
Cruel world, I'm leaving you today. Goodbye,
Oh shit.
goodbye, goodbye.
Oh shit. Is he leaving?
Goodbye, all you people. There's nothing you can say to make me change my mind. Goodbye.
Oh shit. Okay, so that had a kind of more of a final ending point. It didn't blend into another song, and that was quite well done because he's talking about saying goodbye. We are 39 minutes into a 1 hour and 21 video, so we are only like less than halfway, but I'm enjoying it. It's just going to be a very long video later. I feel like I got the gist of Another Brick in the Wall part 3, so we don't have to say too much on that other than he's saying, I don't need anyone, I don't need anything, pushing everyone around him. He's angry, dealing with his emotions. He's not opening up. He's not letting that wall down. He's reinforcing it. Don't touch me. Don't ask me if I need anything because I'm fine. And he's not fine, is he? He's kidding himself. I don't need anything in the wall. You are all just bricks in the wall, and this is what has happened here. Just phenomenal. No drug. I don't need drugs to calm me. I don't need. Basically, I don't need therapy. I don't want anyone worried. Go away. Leave me alone. And then he's saying, goodbye, cruel world. I'm leaving you today. Like he's committing suicide, or is he just isolating himself more? It feels like he's not doing the latter. It feels like he's just saying goodbye. Perhaps an attempt at leaving this earth, and nothing can change my mind. It's a very sad decision to make after everything that's happened, and sometimes you think if you just hold on a bit, things can get better. But is this tragedy? Is this a story of tragedy? Is this what happens next? And I have to actually open up the lyrics for what comes beyond this, because I didn't open them all up. Goodbye. Oh my god, there's so many. We'll play a bit more and see where this goes. Goodbye, cruel world.
Change my mind. Goodbye.
Is this the afterlife? Is this the album that Comfortably Numb is on? It is, isn't it? It is, it's further down, yeah.
Hey you, out there in the cold, getting lonely, getting old, can you feel me? Hey you,
Perhaps he's not dead.
standing in the aisles with itchy feet and fading smiles, can you feel me?
But there's a presence reaching out to him. Spiritual.
Hey you, don't help them to bury the light.
Allowing darkness.
Don't give in without a fight.
Don't give up without a fight. Don't die. There's a voice saying, don't do it.
Out there on your own, sitting naked by the phone, would you touch me? Hey you, with your ear against the wall, waiting for someone to call out, would you touch me? Hey you, would you help me to carry the stone? Open your heart, I'm coming home.
Ooh, I'm coming home though. Oh, I love the guitar. It's got the tune to Another Brick in the Wall a little bit. We don't need no education. Wow, that was so out of tune, sorry. Oh. Reflecting, perhaps. There's pain there. There's sadness. How did it come to this? I've lost everything.
But it was only fantasy. The wall was too high, as you can see.
Nice backy vocals.
No matter how he tried, he could not break free. And the ones ate into his brain.
Brainwashing. It got through. Mental decay. Guess he didn't want help, so the walls were all built up around him. Reinforced. No one can get through. No one can get out.
Hey you, out there on the road, always doing what you're told. Can you help me? Hey you, out there beyond the wall, breaking bottles in the hall. Can you help me? Hey you, don't tell me there's no hope at all.
Desperation there.
Together we stand, divided we fall.
Divided we fall. And he's divided, he's isolated himself from everyone. We've got loads to go. I'm glad. Is anybody out there?
Is there anybody out there? anybody out there?
Oh, this is creepy. Just feels like we're sat
Out there.
inside alone watching the TV.
Anybody out there?
Ooh. I feel like they like get stronger out there. It's spooky. Sounds like depression. It's really nice. The sound is really nice, but the emotion it feels, the feeling feels a bit lonely and depressed kind of situation. I've lost everything. It's kind of got the blues. So it's got higher. Is that a violin in the background as well of the guitar? Obviously we hear the guitar, but let me go into the next part. Nobody's home, but let's go back to Hey You. Out there in the cold, getting lonely, getting old, can you feel me? Standing in the aisles with itchy feet and fading smiles, can you feel me? Don't help them to bury the light. Don't give in without a fight. So this was a while ago now, but it feels like this presence saying, keep going, don't give in without fighting for a life worth living. Don't give up. You said goodbye, nothing can change my mind, but come on. There's more out there to experience. You may have lost your relationship, but perhaps it's a learning experience. And whilst it really, when it's fresh, it feels hard, time will heal. And then you might be able to treat a relationship with more respect and maybe understand what went wrong and how this happened, and maybe take partial responsibility of the collapse of it all. You can only change what you did, right? You can't change what the other person did, but it's certainly a learning experience. Are you out there on your own, sitting naked by the phone? Would you touch me? What does that mean? This Pink's attempts to phone. Oh. Pink's recalling his early attempts to phone his adulterous wife, and even now, sensibly sitting with his own ear to the wall, waiting for someone to call out and rescue him. Cries out to one sitting naked by the phone, and the one with your ear against the wall. Would you help me carry this stone, this burden, this heaviness? Will someone help me? Open your heart, I'm coming home. What does that mean, coming home? Is he going back to his wife, or is he going back to his mum because he's lost everything there? Here Pink is saying he's going to tear down the walls so that he can go back to his wife and be happy. However, later he says it was only a fantasy. So I guess all the stuff he's saying before, yeah, but it was only fantasy. The wall was too high, as you can see. We can see. No matter how he tried, he could not break free, and the worms ate into his brain. And I guess I said before about how he's closed himself off and that's not allowed anyone in, that's not allowed anyone out, which means that he hasn't been able to get the help that he needs. And so it's been destructive for everyone. And then talking about being out on the road, doing what you're told. Can you help me? Out there beyond the wall, breaking bottles in the hall. Can you help me? Don't tell me there's no hope at all. Together we stand, divided we fall. So knowing that together we stand and divided we fall, but being divided. And here we see him, going down into the depths of depression. Then is there anybody out there? He's watching a show. It's from a Western TV series called Gunsmoke. And the episode is called Fandango. But anyway, the scene says, well, we only got an hour of daylight left. Better get started. Isn't it unsafe to travel at night? It'll be a lot less safe to stay here. Your father's got to pick up our trail before long. Can Lorca ride? He'll have to ride. Lorca, time to go. Shengra, thank you for everything. Let's go. Goodbye, Shengra. Goodbye, Missy. I'll be back one day. I guess going out into the night, is it unsafe to go out into the big bad world? I feel like the dialogue is important to this, and saying it'd be safer to stay. It'd be safer to stay within these four walls, the safety net that we've created. It is, but you could go out and see what's out there maybe. And then asking, is anybody out there, kind of reflects what we've just heard there. Is anybody out there? And then we have the solo. So that was, is anybody out there? And then nobody home. I'm going to take a quick break to grab a drink. Right then, nobody's home. Oh. More TV, but
got a little black book with my poems in. Got a bag, a toothbrush and a comb in. When I'm a good dog, they sometimes throw me a bone. I got elastic bands keeping my shoes on. Got those swollen hand blues. I got 13 channels of shit on the TV to choose from. I got electric light.
shit on TV, yeah.
And I got second sight. Got amazing powers of observation. That is how I know. When I try to get through on the telephone to you, there'll be nobody home.
He says he knows that he can see the future, or get second sight, and then say, be no one home.
And the inevitable pinhole burns
Sideburns?
all down the front of my favorite satin shirt.
Oh. Cigarette
I
burns.
got nicotine stains on my fingers. I got a silver spoon on a chain. Got a grand piano to prop up my mortal remains. I got wild staring eyes. And I got a strong urge to fly. But I got nowhere to fly to. Fly to. Fly to.
Negative mindset, really.
There's still nobody home.
Oh, that's perfect. Perfect timing of surprise. There's no one home.
I got a pair of Go Hills boots, and I got fading roots.
Go Hill. Like Hendrix, he said earlier, Go Hill. Where the hell are you? Also stuff about the war.
Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn?
We're gonna go to that in a second. Vera, I understand that's called. So, nobody's home, but there's somebody else that needs taking care of in Washington. Who's that? Rose Pilchek. Rose Pilchek? Who's that? This is the channel. This is more TV. I guess there's a lot of either brain rot or stories that are depicting what's happening in real life, messages, signs that it's showing us that relate to everything. This is an army comedy. Somebody else that needs taking care of in Washington. Perhaps when we're referring to Pink, I mean, he needs taking care of. He's troubled, but he's built up these walls. He's pushed everyone out. But how can he break out of that? Therapy? Help from somewhere? But nobody's home. And perhaps he's looking for it in the wrong places because he's referring to his wife and talking about, I'd call you, but I know there'll be no one home. So why is he setting himself up for disappointment? They talk about things in the TV here, but anyway, who's she? She was Miss Armoured Division in 1961. It says here. Anyway, then the song kicks in. I've got a little black book with my poems in. Got a bag with a toothbrush and my comb in. When I'm a good dog, they sometimes throw me a bone in. A little black book with my poems. Book full of poems. People talk about a little black book, don't they? Talk about having people's numbers on there. Is he saying that he cares more about songs than contacts of people? I don't know. Perhaps it's just something that he keeps safe. I don't know. Got a bag with a toothbrush and a comb in. There's not a lot in the bag, but it helps brush his hair, keep his teeth clean. I don't know. When I'm a good dog, they sometimes throw me a bone in. So sometimes I get rewarded for what I'm doing, perhaps on the road, referring to music and travelling. Got elastic bands to keep my shoes on instead of using shoelaces and conventional methods. It looks like he's kind of made do with what he has. Perhaps that's a sign that he's not holding it together. Even like the toothbrush and the comb. Perhaps having a bag of a toothbrush and a comb in is good because it shows that you might be looking after yourself. But is that all he has? And he hasn't got other things in there like that might help look after him. He's not looking after himself too much. Got those swollen hand blues. Is that because he's playing so much? Or is that to do with drugs? We've got 13 channels of shit on the TV to choose from. I didn't even laugh when that happened. I had like a bit of a delayed chuckle to myself about that. There's so much on the TV, but it's all rubbish. There's so much choice, but the choice is just not I don't want any of it. I've got electric light. Is that TV? And I've got second sight. I can see the future, or I can predict what will happen. I've got amazing powers of observation. So he's analysing, he's taking things in, and it's saying that he can predict what's happening, what's going to happen. And that is how I know when I try to get through on the telephone to you, there will be nobody home. Because we've already seen that his wife's left. So if it is talking about his wife, or is it someone else? But whatever it is, no one's answering his call. So it could be anyone, couldn't it? But is that him asking for help? Is that him thinking about asking for help but not bothering because he's already resigned to the fact that no one is going to help him? So he's not even trying. Could that be it? With his metaphorical wall that he's built, he's already feeling all these negative thoughts that he's not even trying to push past that. Perhaps that's what it is. He can't push past because it's the bloody wall in the way. I've got the obligatory Hendrix perm hair, similar to Jimi Hendrix, I guess. And the inevitable pinhole burns all down the front of my favourite satin shirt. It says here some have suggested the pinhole burns in the satin shirt is a reference to the cigarette burns of Sid's clothes he would acquire as he lapsed into his catatonic states. So this album was the first. It had them all except Sid, I believe. Not the first. It still had all of the founding members other than Sid. So it's not all of them, but bar Sid. Waters claimed that the satin shirt is mine. I can see that shirt now with all the pinhole burns from the burning hash. That's what he said in an interview. So that makes sense. I've got nicotine stains on my fingers, cigarettes. I've got a silver spoon on a chain. A spoon to do drugs. Heroin. He's got it on a chain. Is that it's close by? I've got a grand piano to prop up my mortal remains. Music keeps him going, perhaps. I've got wild staring eyes and I've got a strong urge to fly, but I've got nowhere to fly to. Wild staring eyes, is because that suggests like pupils being big from drugs, or just wild as in he's descended into madness. Strong urge to fly. I want to get out. I want to be free. I want to live again. But I've got nowhere to fly to. Again, it feels like he's already cutting off that dream by not bothering to try and showing that he's lost all motivation with everything that's happened. Perhaps putting up the wall even more so because look what it did to him before. Even with the wall up, but now it's even higher. When I pick up the phone, and then in the background it said surprise, surprise on the TV, there's still nobody home. Because why would there be? It's gone. And I guess we're seeing here that he's holding on to that. He can't fully let go, but it's not doing him any good. I've got a pair of Go Hills boots and I've got fading roots. Kind of not looking after himself as much with the fading roots. Another of Sid's attributes is a pair of Go Hills boots. Trendy British shoe of the late 60s. Fastened by elastic bands rather than laces. Okay. So that was an ode to Barrett, perhaps. And then who the hell are you in the background on the TV? And I guess this is questioning who's Pink? Who are you? Are you lost? Do you know who you really are? Do you feel any desire to find out? And then there was on the TV, over 47 German planes were destroyed with the loss of only 15 of our own aircraft. Talking about war and World War II, I'd imagine. That would be where this is placed. Where the hell are you, Simon, in the TV as well, whatever that means. Then we head to Vera, and it carries on. Who the hell are you? Where the hell are you? Sorry, where the hell are you, Simon? And then gunshots. And then asked, does anybody remember Vera Lynn?
There's still nobody home. I got a pair of Go Hills boots, and I got fading roots.
This is where it starts.
Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn? Remember how she said that we would meet again some sunny day?
Is that the woman that sings, we'll always meet again some sunny day? We'll meet again. Is that one? Sorry.
Vera, Vera, what has become of you?
Oh. You feel that?
Anybody else in here feel the way I do?
It's very sad. Let's change now to another track. Bring the boys back home. Oh. War stuff? Vera Lynn was the one that sang We'll Meet Again, don't know where, don't know when. Where's the teacher? You feeling okay? These are all the memories. Oh, it's all the memories. Comfortably, is this comfortably numb? Yes,
Hello, is there anybody in there?
Oh my goodness.
Just not if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? Come on down. I hear you're feeling down. Well, I can ease your pain, get you on your feet again. Relax. I need some information first. Just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? There is no pain, you are receding.
Love it.
A distant ship, smoke on the
almost forgot I was filming. Happens. Feels so well articulated. You literally feel like you're floating. Drifting out of consciousness. So good how it fades out as well. It stops there. I love how that I love the whole journey of that. We know the real story of that now, but even so, going back to Vera. So Vera Lynn is the one that sings, "We'll meet again. Don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day." That one, I don't know why I did that. That was so cringeworthy. But it says, "Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn? Remember how she said that we would meet again some sunny day?" I wonder if he's holding on to that because he's thinking about the wanting to reunite with his wife, I guess, or with someone that he's lost touch with. And then Vera, Vera, what has become of you? Does anybody else in here feel the way that I do? Questioning, does anyone else wonder? I guess it feels really nostalgic thinking about the things that we used to watch or listen to when we were younger, and how in time that kind of fades away and people forget. And sometimes you're like, does anybody remember that? And it's nice when someone else does, when someone can relate. Asking, does anybody else here feel the way I do? It really feels like that. Very relatable in different ways. Then bring the boys back home. Bring the boys back home. Don't leave the children on their own. Soldiers, make sure they come home after fighting. We want them safe, because without them, the children will grow up without a father. Could this be in relation to his dad? When it said his dad's flown away across the ocean. Gosh. But it's asking, reminding us that maybe his dad's out there, or soldiers are still fighting at least. Perhaps it's just talking about the war, but... And then the outro was hearing all the stuff from before. We heard the Scottish teacher, wrong, do it again. And then there was a knock, time to go. Are you feeling okay? Keeps hanging up, and it's a man answering that collect call. Laughing. Is there anybody out there? There's all these things that are culminating to one moment here of him, I guess, all these things flooding back. Is it he's seeing his life flash before his eyes? Yeah. And then we go to Comfortably Numb. Now, I think when I first heard Comfortably Numb, I thought it was someone dying, drifting in and out of consciousness at the end of death and going towards the light. But actually it was more about taking a tranquilizer just before a concert. Roger Waters, and he was explaining how it felt when he felt so like he was trying to function while playing a show. He said it's the longest 2 hours of my life or something. In fact, it says here, there's a quote here at the end. It says, that was the longest 2 hours of my life, trying to do a show when you can hardly lift your arm. And it was inspired by an experience where he was injected with tranquilizers before a 1977 concert in Philadelphia. Was anyone there? It says here, Pink's emotional journey into the past is both interrupted and heightened when his management break into the hotel room and has a doctor inject him with a drug that will snap him out of his drug-induced malaise, ensuring that he can still perform at a concert later that evening. So I guess we probably see that in the movie. But I love that. I think when I actually first listened to Comfortably Numb, I think I read that and was like, what does that mean? Because I didn't realise that The Wall was a concept album talking about Pink's life. Just so fascinating. I've gone through all those lyrics before. I guess it's just, you're hearing people talking, you're in this state of weirdness. It's really well articulated, and hearing the things that people are saying, it's just a little pinprick. You might feel sick. Can you stand up? It's working. That'll keep you going. And just feeling the floatiness of it all, the music, closing my eyes, I just felt so at peace. It's such a nice song to play before bed. I've done it a few times. I've played it quite a lot since hearing that, but this is why I wanted to listen to the rest of The Wall, because I was thinking, if that's good, it must be good. And I completely forgot that this was part of this album, but I remember it's not part of Dark Side. Anyway, the show must go on. So we've been injected in this story to continue. Even though we're losing it, they're trying to pull us out and maybe help. beautiful guitar solos in that. I love that there's more than one. Still feels like we're in a psychedelic trance. Gorgeous harmonies.
There must be some mistake. I didn't mean to let them take away my soul. Am I too old? Is it too late?
Oh, this is not time all over again, is it?
Where has the feeling gone? Will I remember the song? The show must go on.
So that was The Show Must Go On. This is In the Flesh, Reprise. We had In the Flesh, question mark. Oh.
So ya thought ya might like to go to the show
The lyrics.
to feel the warm thrill of confusion and space cadet glow. I got some bad news for you, sunshine. Pink isn't well. He stayed back at the hotel and they sent us along as a surrogate band. We're gonna find out where you fans really stand. Are there any queers in the theater tonight? Get 'em up against the wall. Now there's one in the spotlight. He don't look right to me. Get him up against
Oh
the wall.
no.
And that one looks Jewish. And that one's a cool. Who the hell is riffraff into the room? There's one smoking a joint and another with spots. If I had my way, I'd have all that show.
I don't think this is their real thoughts. I think this is... What they're just screaming. Let's stop there for a second. So we've just had a couple, but so In the Flesh had a callback to In the Flesh from the beginning of the album. So it was, so you thought you might like to go to the show to feel the warm thrill of confusion that Space Cadet glow. Psychedelic fun. Tell me, is something eluding you, sunshine? Is this not what you expected to see? If you want to find out what's behind these cold eyes, you'll just have to claw your way through this disguise. And this again, it's this wall that he's built up that is now coming across as hatred to the fans. So is this not what you expected to see? Because later on we're seeing what they are seeing and thinking, oh, right, perhaps would it have been better the other way around? But then this is kind of cool that it's perhaps showing of what the current situation is now, like in a movie, and then we go back, way back to the childhood and see how this happened. That's so cool. Is this not like in the show? We open the scene with a show. This makes sense now. Open the scene with a show, and then there's people that are maybe angry or disgruntled because what the fuck is this? And then it's like, well, let me show you how this happened. And then we go back to when he was born and father leaving, mother being a bit overprotective and weird, wife leaving, and now we're at the show and we've gone through all this fucking shit. And he, man, yeah, that's huge. And he's discriminating against their own fans and saying, if I had my way, I'd have you all shot. Before that, we heard it was a bit sad. Must the show go on? Take me home. Let me go. There must be some mistake. I didn't mean to let them. Let them what? Let them take away my soul. Am I too old? Is it too late? Thinking about all the things that have happened before. Did I fuck up here? Did I allow them to do this? The people that contributed to the wall? Where has the feeling gone? Will I remember the song? Do I remember how to be? Do I remember how to enjoy life? Or am I now just miserable? And then saying the show must go on, and it's almost like there's a motivational push. But then when he's at the show, so you thought you might like to go to the show, and referencing to everything before, but saying, I've got some bad news for you, sunshine. Pink isn't well. He stayed back at the hotel. And they sent us along as a surrogate band. Oh, I didn't even take that part in. We're going to find out where you fans really stand. So I guess let's have a look. So the concert turned into a rally that opens the wall to the point that In the Flesh, ? Is now spelled without a question mark. Pink spirals into insanity. Oh, so this is what he's, of course. So I guess he's still maybe drifting out in and out of consciousness, or just spiraling. And this is what he's imagining. It actually introduces it with 3, 2, fire. Not 3, 2, 1, but 3, 2, fire. Isn't that a reference to him asking, will he be in the firing squad, or will we be attacked by the firing squad? It even says here at the start, the countdown leading to fire is reminiscent of a firing squad. It's that it caught you off guard, no count to one, go through with it, very abrupt. I guess he's imagining himself performing at this concert as a fascist dictator, demanding ultimate allegiance of his audience. There was the thing about asking his mum, should he become president? Here he's a leader of some sort, but yeah, it's It's awful. Perhaps this is an absolute nightmare that he doesn't want. And asking, are there any queers, and actually using racial slurs. Queer is a term that's been taken back proudly since, but other slurs that have been used in this that are really not okay, and then saying if I had my way I'd have all of you shot. Discriminating. And then at the end it says they're shouting, the crowd is chanting, shouting Pink Floyd, Pink Floyd. Then what else have we got? Floyd. Run like hell. Not sure what I feel for this yet. Anxiety. Just this part. More of a warning. That was interesting. It's quite a cool city sound. Feels like a bit of a nightmare. It's more another brick in the wall. Is it going to lead to another part 4? No. Okay. You. Leave us. Brains alone. No. Oh, it did not, but that's okay. Hammer. Hammer. Hammer? It's saying hammer. Instead of Pink Floyd, hammer. They were shouting Pink Floyd before. It doesn't say in the lyrics here. But it says, run, run, run. You better make your face up with your favourite disguise, with your button-down lips and your roller-blind eyes. With your empty smile and your hungry heart, feel the bile rising from your guilty past. Feels like it's directed at Pink himself. And the run is, you better run from yourself, maybe. Run away from this thing that you've created, or I guess this showing him who he really is. Take a look in the mirror. Your guilty past. Your nerves in tatters as the cockle shell shatters. The shell that you know, when people say you come out of your shell, but if you're inside your shell, you're still closed off to other people. You're not confident because you've put up these walls. And the hammer, oh, the hammers batter down your door. When your nerves in tatters and the cockleshell shatters and the hammers batter down your door. Okay, so that might be why they're shouting hammer. You better run or something bad will happen to you, right? If you carry on this way, something bad is going to happen. So you better stop, run from that life, get away, start anew, perhaps. You better run all day and all night. Keep your dirty feelings deep inside. We know we wanted a dirty girl. If you're taking your girlfriend out tonight, you better park the car well out of sight, because if they catch you in the back seat trying to pick her locks, they're going to send you back to mother in a cardboard box. Matt, that's a reflection of his own mum, right? If his mum found someone messing with her sweet, precious baby boy who could probably do no wrong in her eyes, I could see her murdering someone and sending them back home in a box to their family. So perhaps that's a reflection of that. And that's why he's thinking about this. We are a product of our experiences, and we might think that way because of what experiences we've been through as well. Okay. I'm sure they're saying hammer there at the end, and then that would make a lot of sense. So... hammer. Hammer. Einstein dry. 1, 2, 3. Didn't he say that before? In Goodbye. Asshole.
Would you like to see Britannia rule again? My friend,
All you have to do is follow words.
would you like to see your colored cousins home again?
I'm gonna do something I don't normally do and just rewind it because I'm sure that was definitely a brick in the wall tune. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
All you have to do is follow words.
Beautiful.
Would you like to send your colored cousins home again? My friend,
Asshole.
All you need to do is follow
Oh wow. So is this hammer threatening to break down his walls? Is this hammer for it all to come crumbling down? It starts off Ironside Dry Alley. 1, 2, 3, all, everyone? All in German. And I guess talking about the era of the war. It says the use of German is not accidental. It ties into Pink's fascistic behaviour during this period of the story, as well as having overtones of the war that killed his father. Oh, so it did kill his father. I see how that could have happened, but I wasn't 100% sure. I guess it kind of alluded to that to a point, or maybe was worried about that happening. I think it shared concerns that it could happen, but it wasn't clear. And that's quite nice, having the mystery of it. You cannot reach me now, no matter how you try. Goodbye, cruel world. It's over. Walk on by. So we've got parts from a callback to Goodbye, Cruel World. He's saying goodbye to, is this the next part of his life? Is it? Because later in this, it's still showing bad tendencies, waiting for the worms. It says he bids his goodbye to the cruel world once again, though this time his farewell is spoken more out of the sorrowful realization over what he's done, rather than the egotistical need for self-isolation that ended the album's first half. Sitting in a bunker here behind my wall, this metaphorical wall that we're talking about. Is he in a bunker? Is he working in the army himself? In perfect isolation here behind my wall, waiting for the worms to come. the worms, his mind to take over, it says here. That makes sense. A vicious war between the opposing forces of his mind. Okay, that makes sense. And then they're saying waiting to cut out the deadwood, to clean up the city, to follow the worms, to put on a black shirt, to weed out the weaklings, to smash in their windows and kick their doors. Some of this, it leads into fascist behaviour. Seeing Britannia rule again, isn't that the British Fascist Union? British Union of Fascists, yeah. A political party started in Great Britain in 1932 by former Labour Party Minister Sir Oswald Mosley. But to weed out the weaklings, so anyone that's weak is gone. Anyone that we don't deem fit is gone. Cutting out the dead wood is the same thing. Weeding out people. Putting on a black shirt, is that part of the Union of Fascists? Is that just cold? Is it a dark colour? It's not warm, is it? Smashed in their windows and kick in their doors. It's kind of demonstrating absolute authority over people. Then we've got for the final solution, to strengthen the strain, to follow the worms, to turn on the showers and fire the ovens. Is that like genocide of people? What they did in the concentration camps? Surely gas showers. For the queers and the coons and the reds and the Jews. Horrible, horrible words. Some of those just kind of absolutely discriminating and getting rid of people that they don't deem are humans, which is bizarre. Would you like to see Britannia rule again? Would you like to see us rule again, my friend? All you have to do is follow the worms. I guess this pull to it. Would you like to send our coloured cousins home again? Awful behaviour. And you know, like, time, you would hope that this is something that doesn't repeat itself. But seeing stuff happen with ICE, seeing genocides of people occurring in Gaza, and the ICE stuff happening in America, it's heartbreaking. Then there's like this outro that you can kind of hear, but you can't quite make it out. So Roger says, the worms will convene outside Brixton bus station, where we'll be moving along about 12 o'clock down Stockwell Road. It's like this plan of action. At that point, we'll be heading towards Lambeth Road, where we will walk calmly with resistance, leaving 12 minutes to 3 as we move along Lambeth Road towards Vauxhall Bridge. I wonder if 12 minutes to 3 is like it's obviously a regimented, orderly thing that they, we must do it at this. It's kind of a weird time, but I wonder if there's if the pattern on the clock is something that would suggest us. I don't know. Maybe there's a hidden sign in there somewhere, but I'm not sure. 12 minutes to 3 as we move along Lambeth Road towards Vauxhall Bridge. These are all places in London. Now when we get to the other side of Vauxhall Bridge, we're in Westminster Borough area. It's quite possible that we may encounter some Jew boys all the way from 4, 5 and 6 on the way as we go. Now is the time to clean up the city, for this is the beginning. Yeah, it's a proper dictatorship kind of way. Fascist people. We need to secure our people. We can't stand around and let ourselves be robbed, maimed and killed, which is just brainwash behaviour, really. These people mean no harm to them. These people aren't robbing them, maiming them and killing them. That most of them are peaceful. Bad people are evil, not groups of people. That really stereotypes groups of people, and it's really not okay. But it's been happening for years. When we make it to Highclock Corner, I want you to spread out and find them. Storm the halls, tear the walls and the doors, break down the doors, and hunt them where they are. And then we're talking about the hammer, 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 breaking down this metaphorical wall, perhaps. And then there's a stop at the end, quite abruptly. And I guess this spiraling of his mind and realizing that this is not good, I guess. Next. We hear that tune again. This is stop.
Take off this uniform and leave the show. And I'm waiting in this cell because I have to know.
Ooh, this cell.
Have I been
Self-made.
guilty all this time?
It's a short one, that. And leads into the trial. Oh, before we start that, so stop. He says, I want to go home, take off this uniform and leave the show. I want to take off this mask. I want to live. These walls have served no good, no use. But I'm waiting in this cell because I have to know. It's almost like saying, I'm waiting, but I want to go, but like, no, I'm safe here. I've protected myself here, even if it's at my own demise and pushing everyone else away. There's still a level of safety and control about it. It doesn't want control to fall into someone else's or something else's hands. But talking about waiting in this cell also suggests a prison cell. And I think the next part feels like a metaphorical prison cell, but also a real one. We can hear a door opening, and that's what that feels like. Perhaps the trial is a metaphorical trial, but it's sounding like a real one because he's comparing that to a real one. Have I been guilty all this time? He's really questioning himself now. He's looking in at himself and thinking, man, maybe I've been a part of this. Maybe I'm to blame, at least partly to blame, and questioning, have I been guilty all this time? Has it really been that way? And perhaps thinking, what can I do about that? I have to know, have to know, have to know. Time. It echoes after he says, have I been guilty all this time? It's so powerful. I think we've only got a couple more left. We've got 16 minutes left. Opening a door. Oh. Feels like a proper play.
Good morning, worm, your honour. The crown will plainly show the prisoner who now stands before you was caught red-handed, showing feelings of an almost human nature. This will not do.
Oh no. Oh no. More hammering.
Crazy, toys in the attic, I am crazy. Truly gone fishing.
love the orchestra. Oh, hair dye.
You little shit, you're in it now. I hope they throw away the key. You should have talked to me more often than you did, but no! You had to go your own way. Have you broken any homes up lately? Just 5 minutes, Worm, Your Honor. Him and me alone.
His wife. No. No, no. That was his mum, of course.
Over the rainbow, I'm crazy. Bars in the window.
Jail.
There must have been a door there in the wall when I came in.
Over the rainbow, he is crazy.
Man, is this going to be a really bad ending?
The evidence before the court is incontrovertible. There's no need for the jury to retire. In all my years of judging, I have never heard before of someone more deserving of the full penalty of law. The way you made them suffer, your exquisite white mother, fills me with the urge to defecate. Since, my friend, you have revealed your deepest fear, I sentence you to be exposed before your peers. Tear down the wall!
Okay. Is that his punishment? Go, do it. Tear down the wall. Open up. Let your guard down. Tear down the wall. Tear down the wall. Hammer. Man. That one. It's way really theatrical, isn't it? Love the production of that. Is that plane noise again? Is he flying high? The walls crashed down. Was it thunder? Is that maybe... It sounds dark, but maybe it's just a bit scary. I kind of want to go through that before we go to the next part, which I think might be our last track. Oh my god. Oh, do you know what? Let's just... Outside the wall.
The ones who really love you walk up and down outside the wall. Some hand in hand, and some gathered together in bands. The bleeding hearts and the artists make their stand. And when they've given you their all, some stagger and
fall. After all, it's not easy. Banging your heart against some mad bugger's wall.
Oh gosh, that's... Sorry, what? Isn't this where... That's not fair, is it? Isn't this where... Oh, fuck. Isn't this where we came in? Isn't this where we came in? And then the start of the album again. That's so cool how they... It's a cycle. I think they do the same thing with Dark Side, so let's try that again.
And when they've given you their all, some stagger and fall. After all, it's not easy. Banging your heart against some mad bugger's wall.
You understand? Sadness there, reflecting. Isn't this where we came in? I was wondering why it sounded so abrupt with the music as well. In fact, I completely forgot about that as we listened to the rest of it. And then it still got a bit of a jump, but not as much as I did before. But yeah, I didn't even question that at first. I had a feeling it was a bit weird for a reason. I didn't realise that that would be the end of it. So, the trial. So this trial, everything is kind of coming to light. Pink is in this metaphorical trial in the courtroom. We've got the prosecutor. Good morning, Worm, Your Honour. The Crown will plainly show the prisoner, who now stands before you, was caught red-handed showing feelings. This is saying, like, you know, he showed feelings, and that's not acceptable. But actually, the reality is it is acceptable, and when you have walls built up, you push those feelings away. But when the walls are down, you feel those feelings and you share those feelings with others, and you're not afraid to let your guard down for others so that you can feel better in a healthy way. The people that bottle things up are the people that have metaphorical walls up. And that is why there's a lot of hatred and anger within them, because they're not able to process those feelings. They don't allow themselves to process those feelings because it's scary. When you think about it, like, people make fun of those who let their feelings out. People make fun of me because I cry when I want to cry and feel emotions. But there's nothing cowardly about that. There's nothing embarrassing about that. It's more cowardly when you're running from and hiding from those feelings, which is, I guess, why I was saying about running from things before. And feelings, showing feelings of an almost human nature, this will not do. And actually, it's perfectly okay. And this is a sign of what he should be feeling and doing. And then they call the schoolmaster. So the schoolmaster takes the stand and says, I've always said he'd come to no good in the end, Your Honour. If they'd let me have my way, which is very abusive, I could have flayed him into shape, but my hands were tied. The bleeding hearts and artists let him get away with murder. Let me hammer him today. Bleeding hearts and artists. Not sure. I guess other people who cared about him let him do what he liked, and I guess his mum would have probably said he can do no wrong, so perhaps he's blaming the mum that she let him get away with murder. Artists, maybe his friends, maybe other creatives, not sure. Not sure. But and then Pink says, crazy toys in the attic, I am crazy. Sorry, crazy, comma, toys in the attic, I am crazy. Truly gone fishing. They must have taken my marbles away. He's losing his marbles, and he's talking about metaphorically losing it, being crazy, lost his sanity. And then there's a choir that comes in, that's beautiful, saying crazy, toys in the attic, he is crazy. Then his wife comes to the stand. You little shit, you're in it now. Oh, you little shit, you're in it now. I hope they throw away the key. You should have talked to me more often than you did, but no, you had to go your own way. Have you broken any homes up lately? Which is a bit hypocritical to say, but I guess the damage was done already, and perhaps he built up his walls, and it was saying about, and it made me cry a little bit, or maybe get emotional, that when you're trying to get through to someone, if they're not letting you, what choice did she have? And that, again, isn't excusing cheating, but he pushed her away so much that she gave up. She gave up on their marriage. She gave up on him because nothing she could do was working. And that builds up resentment and feels like they're not cared about. So that was quite sad when you think about it. Like, his wife, you're kind of led to feel like she's a horrible woman for doing this, and that is a bad choice, I would say, personally, but she has her reasons, and I can't say anything against that other than I personally wouldn't, and I don't like cheating, but there's a reason behind it, is what I'm saying. And you had to go your own way. Have you broken any homes up lately? Have you carried on doing the same thing, repeating your cycle? Or have you changed? Truly challenging it. And he hasn't changed, but seems like he will change soon. Just 5 minutes, Worm, Your Honour. Just 5 minutes, Worm, Your Honour. Him and me alone. Wanting them to be alone so she can do something, attack him, talk to him. I don't know. Then his mother, babe, come to mother, baby, let me hold you in my arms. Mlud. I never wanted him to get in any trouble. I never intended him to get in any trouble. I didn't want him to misbehave. I just want to hold him. I just want to suffocate him, is what she's basically doing. And it says, why'd he ever have to leave me? Let me take him home. And it makes so much sense. So he did leave his mum. It's like when you control someone so much in a relationship, in a friendship, in a family member, that person wants to see the great outdoors. And if you control them so much, they'll go completely the other way. I remember having a friend who was told they couldn't have any male friends. And there was never anything untoward with them. They just weren't allowed to have any male friends because their male partner didn't saw it as competition, even though she loved him. And it just destroyed them. And in the end, I remember when they broke up and she had loads of male friends. And that wasn't a bad thing at all. She didn't do anything bad. She just, why would you stop someone being friends with people? It's not what life's about. And there's obviously reasons behind why people do this. That doesn't make it okay at all. And it will just send them spiraling and wanting to have that freedom. So yeah, it's no wonder he left his mum. She doesn't seem to understand what she's done there. Crazy over the rainbow, I am crazy. Over the rainbow, that's another side of madness, I guess. Bars in the window, that feels like he's in a prison cell, in jail, metaphorical jail, a jail that he's created himself. There must have been a door there in the wall when I came in. And I think there was a door there originally, or the metaphorical opportunities outside to claim, but he barricaded himself in with this wall, that the door is no longer there, I think. Then the judge says the evidence before the court is incontrovertible. There's no need for the jury to retire to make their decision, because I guess he knows already that he's come to a conclusion. In all my years of judging, I've never heard before of someone more deserving of the full penalty of law. The way you made them suffer, your exquisite wife and mother, fills me with the urge to defecate. And then someone shouts, "Go on, judge, shit on him." Metaphorically shitting on him, I guess, telling him some hard truths. His wife and mother didn't quite, they weren't perfect. But perhaps saying, he didn't have to treat him the way he did. And things could have been better. Perhaps he could have shown them what it was like to open up and maybe tell his mum how he really felt, or confront her issues, maybe help her or get her to seek help for her own insecurities. Since, my friend, you have revealed your deepest fear, I sentence you to be exposed before your peers. Tear down the wall. So it's just this trial that's kind of showing him who he is, and you are guilty of putting up this wall, and your punishment is going to be tear down the wall. Oh, right, that's not a bad punishment after all. But it is something that he feels incredibly scared of doing. You realise actually it's okay in the end. All alone or in twos, this is outside the wall. So I guess alone or with others, the ones who really love you walk up and down outside the wall, some hand in hand, and some gathered together in bands. The bleeding hearts and artists make their stand. Like Pink Floyd themselves, who attempt to evoke change through their art. Oh, emotions. Emotional artists. The ones who really love you walk up and down outside the wall. So those who love you are there, but they just can't get through. They are there till a point, perhaps. And when they've given you their all, some stagger and fall. After all, it's not easy banging your heart against some mad bugger's wall. Just showing that it's very difficult when someone isn't opening up to you or giving you anything. And you do want to give up on that. How much patience does one have before saying, I don't know what else to do then? That's so nice. Yeah, it's just reflective and quite a good message as to what might happen, and thinking about those who have suffered because of the walls you put up, and perhaps maybe it isn't all of their fault for what they did after that fact. Maybe there should be a bit more understanding, and maybe there should be apologies made when you finally do decide that, gosh, that was bad. It does show the detriment of it all to him, and the effects of what this has done. If he's lost a lot of things on the journey, he's lost his wife, he's run away from his mother, but I guess, yeah, that's just really, really cool. I guess I don't need to go through the original ones that I was checking out the meanings to, but the album itself, it says here, deciding whether the dark side of the moon or the wall is better comes down to whether you prefer a cohesive atmospheric musical journey, that would have been Dark Side for sure, or an intense narrative driven rock opera. It is a rock opera, isn't it? It's a very, it's definitely like we're at the theatre and that story just opened up in front of us. That was so cool, and I must see the movie now. I'm guessing like all of those songs are in there. If not, that's fine because I've heard them all now, but just incredible. That was an hour 21. And we've been here a while, but thank you so much for listening to me. I'll end it there, but I'm sure I'll be talking about these in future. What a fantastic time to listen to them. I am far later than I should be in packing for my holiday that I'm going on tomorrow, or the 18th of May is when I'm filming this, but worth it. So worth it. Let me know what you thought, and thank you to anyone over on Patreon. This is where I'm posting this first, so you're welcome. This is going to take a lot of editing together, just putting all the clips through, because I can only record a certain length of time before it says you have recorded too long. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. And if you want to join Patreon, our supporters join for just £1 to be on this list here, or you can join VIP or premium supporters to make a song request each month. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed that just as much as I did. I'm enlightened now, and I will see you for another one soon. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.